Back in February 2024, one of my friends decided to share a Spotify playlist, allowing me and several other people to add songs to it. But because he committed the crime of pinging everyone, we decided to bomb his playlist and try to make it as long as possible. It wasn't long until he eventually caught on and removed access from the playlist. But that made me wonder, how long is the longest Spotify playlist? Well, I figured we'd find out along the way, so me and my friends decided to make a separate playlist that acts like a sort of bomb. Once we somehow get access again to the playlist, one of us will open the bomb playlist and click add to the other playlist, essentially nuking everything. As we worked on getting the bomb, which we called Fat Man in reference to the bomb that hit Nagasaki, we added meme songs and other bangers that extended the length of hours to the hundreds. However, we eventually hit a limit. Yeah, there's a stupid limit as to how many songs you can add to a Spotify playlist. It's 10,000 songs. We somehow hit 10,000 songs, and yet it was only 403 hours and 43 minutes. In reference, that's 16.822 days of non-stop music. Was this it? Was this the longest Spotify playlist? Actually, no. Apparently, we could cheat the system and instead add podcasts of nature sounds to our playlist that range between 10 and 24 hours, effectively timesing our hours by 10. So we began to replace short 3-minute songs by 10-hour-long podcasts with me doing most of the work. Haha. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. By the end of it all, again hitting 10,000 songs in a playlist, we hit 21,308 hours and 22 minutes. That's 888 days, or 126 weeks, or 2.5 years of pure nature sounds. Now, a quick Google search will show that the longest Spotify playlist is only about 33 days long, held by Willis Orr, but it might only count for actual songs. Still, his hours pale in comparison. But was this really the longest playlist? Is this our limit? No. Of course it's not. No, the longest Spotify playlist actually breaks Spotify for mobile users. Somehow, one of my friends came across a deleted song on Spotify that's 882 hours long. It's been deleted and you can't listen or access it if you search it up, but you can still add it to other playlists. So we decided to create a new one, with all these cursed songs added 10,000 times. This was much bigger than our original Fat Man playlist. So we called it Little Boy, which is actually really funny because the Little Boy hit harder than Fat Man. Names are deceiving sometimes. But back to the playlist. We managed to add it 10,000 times, and it's 5,124,772,922,809 hours and 52 minutes long. That number is incomprehensible to think about. That's 593.1 eons long. Eventually, when the sun expands and Earth inevitably gets engulfed by it, we would be long dead, and the playlist would still be going. I couldn't believe this number. My friends who were in on the operation, we also couldn't believe this number. All of us were excited. Both Fat Man and Little Boy were completed, ready to be dropped into the Epic Gamer playlist. We even planned a party for all of us to gather and watch the horror on my friend's face as we nuke his playlist. It was called D-Day. It was called the Valentine Day Party. And all of us, but our friend, know the true reason why we gathered. Although, in the process of all this chaos, scrambling to get the operation done before Valentine's Day, we created an actual playlist full of our favorite beats, from indie bands to game soundtracks to meme songs. We eventually shared it back with our friend. But hang on, those who know how to multiply would know that the 5 quadrillion number isn't right. It should be 8.8 million hours long, since it's 882 times 10,000. But according to Spotify, it shows the 5 quadrillion hour? And on the web version of Spotify, it also shows -3 million hours? What is going on? After emailing Spotify support, I didn't get much information as to what exactly was causing these insane numbers to show. My theory is that Spotify works in a 32-bit system. When Spotify calculated the total hours of the playlist, the number caused a 32-bit integer overflow, leading to a large number. The web version and the app version of Spotify also operate differently, so the web version shows a different number from the same 32-bit integer overflow. I've never seen this documented, and as of editing and contacting Spotify support, it still shows the 5 quadrillion number and the negative number. At one point, it used to display correctly, but I can't find the 8.8 million hour playlist anymore. So, which is it? What is the real longest Spotify playlist, if it can just display 3 different numbers? We may not know. Technically speaking, it could be any number. It just has to be long enough to break Spotify. And this playlist wouldn't count, since it's a playlist of a deleted song on Spotify. Nonetheless, I enjoyed creating these playlists, and figuring out how to get the longest one with only 10,000 available slots. If you're interested in viewing this playlist, I have it linked in the description of the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.